I was onto something. I knew there was more. Before there was nothing. With him I had all. I was onto something. I knew there was more. Before there was nothing. With him I had all.
Have you ever had the feeling like you've been falling for weeks in a well? Then got up, looked around, couldn't remember how you even felt. I was all mixed up like letters when you can't spell, and things were getting tougher like saying she was selling seashells. I always wanted just a bit more, but I couldn't tell you what for. I was too busy being depressed like Eeyore. The world was being pressed on my shoulders, it was a heavy weight, and thinking anything at all was far too much to contemplate. Had the feeling I was getting squeezed, you could call it concentrate. Glass of OJ to try to wash down my full plate. So I walked away, I couldn't even breathe, and it was just so much easier for me to leave. They said that all I had to do was just believe. When you're on a losing streak, that's a hard thought to conceive. Instead you just concede to your mouth where you're trying to be, and eventually it's like Simba trying to keep pace with a stampede. We've all been forced to meet defeat and knocked flat out from our feet. I fell to the ground so hard I thought this was probably the end of me. Seems like half the time we can't even see the enemy, cause half the time the enemy has found a way to enemy. And that's a scary thought, cause you can give it all you got and fight yourself for days and still end up in the same spot. I don't know when to stop, I don't know when to learn my lesson. Ignoring calls from God, I turn my back on every single blessing. Like
I was onto something. I knew there was more. Before there was nothing. With him I had all. I was onto something. I knew there was more. Before there was nothing. With him I had all.
have you ever had the feeling like you've been calling for help for days, and you've been running around in circles and there's no escape, trapped in this endless maze like a bird shoved in a cage? Things were getting worse at the turning of every page, but this book is being written by whoever's in control, and the story gets much better when you can loosen up your hold and hold the hand of God and follow where he leads. The story still isn't always happy, the body still bleeds, the tears still fall, but they get wet from your cheek, and he is standing there to meet all of your needs. Needless to say, it seems to me when you believe, the load is so much lighter and the road more friendly. You see, when I was hopeless, he heard my call. Before there was nothing, but with him I have all, yeah.